Look, there's something in the tree. Daddy? Daddy, are chips yellow or are they orange?
Their beaks are probably orange.
My name, by the way, is Debbie Glaze. I'm the district music coordinator, so I forgot to introduce myself. But I'm happy to present to you the junior high combined orchestras from Woluwe and Lake Oswego Junior High.
Oh, there it goes. Well, these are a very special, no, stay up. Okay. Very special group in two ways. In one way, this was the last group that had to ride a bus in order to take orchestra in junior high. They had to do that in 7th grade. They sacrificed a lot in order to do that, and I really, really thank them for sticking it out and doing that, because look behind you, all these people that have followed their footsteps are doing that. So that's number one special about this group. Number two special, I do believe they're the first group of seniors that can say that they helped lead this orchestra to state level competition 3 out of their 4 years that they were here. So bravo to these. I know that you guys will keep music in your life for always and ever, and I wish you the very best in your future. Thank you very much.
is from Tempe, Arizona, where she's teaching at Arizona State University, but her career has been made all over the United States as a very well-known string clinician, adjudicator, teacher, and composer. And Nita heard some of her works and thought this would be a wonderful idea. Thanks to your help and the students' work, we put together the money to make this commission happen. It's called the Columbia Suite. It has 3 movements, and we respectfully ask that you do not applaud between the movements, but let the suite go forward without applause, all 3 movements at once. Ms. Gazda had never been on the Columbia River, so last week she booked a cruise on the Columbia River, had 7 days of sun in May on the Columbia River, all the way to Idaho and back to Astoria through the beautiful gorge, and she tells wonderful stories about that cruise. She came yesterday and worked with all of our students at all the levels, and then saw a little bit of Portland and a lot of Lake Oswego, all 4 secondary schools. So it is my pleasure, honor, to introduce to you Doris Gazda. She graduated from Eastman Conservatory of Music, had a playing career as well. She has a huge biography, which I won't take time to tell you about tonight, but she's a wonderful gift for us to have her with us. Please welcome Doris Gazda.
This has been a tremendous pleasure to be here these last 2 days. It's really fun. You know, when you start writing a piece of music and you think it's going to be played by almost 300 people, it alters your thinking a little bit. And I had to really think this through very carefully. There are 10 parts in this. There are 5 for the more advanced players and 5 for the less advanced players. They all had to fit together. And of course, I love rivers and I love water, but I had never been here to Lake Columbia. I happened to be reading Ambrose's Not Encouraged. It's the story of Lewis and Clark. And so all of that sort of came together as I was writing, and then wanted to come out here and get on the river after I'd written the piece to make sure I hadn't really done a bad job of that. I hope everybody can hear the river in the piece of music. But before we start, I do want to tell you that this is a fantastic experience to see all of this huge string program that Ms. Van Pelt has brought to this point. It is just an amazing thing, and it's in a relatively short time. And the credit goes to all of the teachers who are working. The credit also goes to you, the parents, because you get them here. You buy the instruments. You get them the right clothes to wear for the concert. And so you get a great deal of credit. And of course, last of all, they get a little bit of credit for having practice. So it's a real strong collaboration. And it really is a tremendous pleasure to be here and to be able to conduct this piece that I heard in my head, and here it is, I'm hearing it in the reel, and that's really fun for me.
Very temperamental, but there it goes. This has been an incredible project for me to work on as well. From the first moment that I asked you if you would do this for us, to this very moment right now, it's about to happen. What a wonderful trip this has been, and especially the last 2 days. The last 2 days, Doris has had the opportunity to come into all my classes and get right down in the nitty-gritty of the music with all of these students, and we've all learned a whole lot from her in these last 2 days, and it's been really, really fun. I do want to tell you one other piece of this event. Most of you know that my professional instrument is clarinet. But when I went to college, of course, I intended to be a band director, which is, I was for 12 years before this came along. And I had a professor in college who insisted that all the band people took her year-long string class as well, and also got some student teaching in with strings, as she put it, just in case. And as Laura McAdams so perfectly put it in the article, just in case. Thank you, Laura, for that. And this is my just in case. it is really That string professor at Oberlin was Priscilla Smith, and I stayed in touch with her after college, and she became a friend, and I especially stayed in touch with her 10 years ago when I got assigned to take this. I asked her for all kinds of advice and all kinds of help, and she actually came here several times, and actually some of her relatives are here tonight, her sister and her niece. Thank you for being here. And we were in process of making plans for her to come here and help these kids and help me help these kids, when unfortunately and unexpectedly she died and left a huge hole in my life. And when I started talking with Doris about doing this project, I said somewhere in this event I really want her name mentioned. And she agreed with me that we would dedicate this to her memory. So that is what we have done. It will be printed on the music as well. She was a huge influence on my life and my career. And what I've been telling the kids is that if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here doing this with them. I would be somewhere off in the band world. And now I realize I would rather be here, and this is great. And I'm going to do something in public tonight that I've never ever done before, and I'm going to go snag a viola and I'm going to play because I want to be part of this event. So don't start without me, and actually you can't start without me because I'm going to hand this to Jerry.
On behalf of all the orchestras in Lake Oswego, we would like to present Ms. Gaza with the history book of Lake Oswego so she'll never forget us. Speaking of gifts, seniors from Lake Ridge and Lake Oswego have something to give to Ms. Van Pelt, so you'll come here. Ms. Van Pelt has been great in my life. Throughout, when I first joined Orchestra in 7th grade, she was there, she recruited me, she wanted me to be in Orchestra. And she supported me throughout everything, solo competitions, all-state, and she had faith in me when I didn't have faith in myself. I'll never forget that.
Jerry kind of started into this, and I was going to also talk about what Ms. Van Pelt's done for all of us. Well, obviously she's taught us a lot about music, and over the last few years I've heard people say things, I've heard people say that music is the language of the soul, and so obviously teaching us that language is a huge gift. Last year, Emily Gustafson, a senior, said that playing music together is a huge bond between people. And from being combined in junior high to even now where we're mixed with all the different orchestras, we've gotten a chance to play with and get to know people that we would otherwise have never met, and she's done that for us too. But even more than that, there's also another quote from a senior last year. Amanda Bennett said to me when she graduated, she said, "Always believe in yourself and watch out over those who don't. Never be afraid to ask for help, and don't belittle those under you, and you will always be a star." And that is what Ms. Downtown has really given us over the years.
This is my last year here, and I've been in every single year of this program since the 4th grade. All of the teachers, Lori Presses and Kathy Reed, I think Miss Mampel was the most dedicated because she still wearing the same suit a couple years ago. I was the one riding the bus, and she has absolute dedication. You see us took the words right out of my mouth, but earlier this year I found that Miss Mampel wasn't a real tribal member of the Celeste tribe, and I like to give her this shawl and eagle feather.